The anatomy of thought. Thought is a result, not a cause. We often believe that our thoughts are the driving force behind our reality. We assume that if we simply change our thinking, our lives will change as well. This belief is captured in phrases like, you become what you think, which we tend to accept almost as universal laws. So when life does not go as planned, we try to fix our thoughts first. We repeat affirmations such as, I can do this, or, everything will work out, believing that changing our words will transform our reality. Yet these efforts often provide only temporary comfort, rarely leading to deep or lasting change. This happens because we misunderstand the true nature of thought. Thought is not the cause that shapes our reality. It is far closer to a result. It is not an independent force, but a complex product of everything we have lived through up to this very moment. Genetic tendencies, emotional patterns inherited from our ancestors. Memories and experiences formed during childhood, repeated habits, our current emotional state, physical condition, external stimuli, and present circumstances, all of these interact simultaneously to produce a single thought. A thought is not a solo melody. It is more like the harmony of an orchestra, created by many instruments playing together. Changing just one instrument does not transform the entire symphony. This understanding was already hinted at long ago in the Buddhist teaching of the Five Aggregates, known as the Five Skandhas: form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. What we experience as self is simply the temporary gathering of these five processes. Thought does not exist as a fixed entity. It arises naturally when the conditions come together. Western philosophy echoes this insight. David Hume viewed the self not as a permanent substance but as a stream of perceptions, while William James described consciousness as a flowing river. Within this continuous stream, a single thought is not an isolated point, but a ripple closely connected to what came just before it. Modern psychology reaches a similar conclusion. Cognitive behavioral therapy emphasizes the importance of thought, but it also examines the belief systems, emotional responses, behavioral habits, and physical states that generate those thoughts. This is why simple positive affirmations often fail. They collide with deeply rooted emotional patterns and long-established beliefs. Without changing these deeper layers, new words merely skim the surface, unable to reshape the underlying current of life. If we truly wish to change our thinking, we must first examine how we live. Our daily routines, sleep and diet, physical movement, recurring emotional patterns, relationship dynamics, the information we consume, and the conditions of our environment all deserve honest reflection. A chef inspects the ingredients before cooking. In the same way, our thoughts are cooked from the ingredients of our daily life. Changing the recipe without changing the ingredients rarely leads to meaningful transformation. Self-reflection, then, is not a technique for controlling thought. It is the work of reorganizing life itself. When our walking habits change, our daily rhythm shifts, the people we meet differ, the information we consume evolves, and our way of relating to emotions deepens. Our thoughts naturally begin to change their tone and texture. Thought is not the goal. It is the outcome. When life's conditions shift, thought follows. Ultimately, every thought that arises in this moment is a condensed expression of the path we have walked, the habits we have repeated, the emotions we have accumulated, and the reality we currently inhabit. Understanding this frees us from the futile attempt to manipulate thought directly. Instead, we turn our attention toward caring for the conditions of life itself. Only then can thought become not an empty mantra, but a calm and stable fruit, ripened by a transformed way of living.